I never bargained for all this. Why on earth is this happening to me? I don't understand this woman. Making love with her is like entering the battlefield.
D, you left me in the bedroom, only for you to be wandering alone in the sitting room. Why?
Because there was nothing for me in that bedroom.
But D, you know my weakness, and I promise you, I will outgrow it.
When will you outgrow it? We've been married for 6 months, and we hardly make love without complaints. And you said you are scared of sex because you do not enjoy it. And you want me to accept that, and perhaps live with it with the rest of my life?
No. Yes, my darling, just that I have this. I mean, I'm always scared of the pains whenever we make love.
Aduni, you are turning the marriage upside down. Ha!
My dear husband, I already told you, it is not my fault.
So, it's my own fault?
No, my husband, but please, bear with me.
Babe, this is how our marriage will be forever. Eh? Is this how our marital life will ever be?
I blame my parents for allowing me to pass through the touch of circumcision. I almost bled to death, and ever since then, I have not been emotionally stable.
My dear, every woman in our community went to circumcision. Why is your own so different? Why has it led to all these complications?
Maybe some of us are not as lucky as other women who went through the touch of circumcision and later have major complications in life.
So, I am the unlucky man that got married to a victim of circumcision as a wife.
No, my dear, you are not unlucky. I am the unfortunate victim who bears the pain. And as my husband and the only love of my life, you can't but share my pains. I can understand how you feel. It was a traumatic experience for me and a dangerous adventure for my parents.
Baba Aduni! Baba Aduni! My husband! Where are you?
Woman, what is the problem? I could hear your voice from 1 kilometer away. What is the problem? Anything the matter?
Baba Aduni, where have you been? And what has kept you so long? Look at my daughter here.
Aduni? What is the problem with Aduni? What is the matter with her?
Oh, what is the matter with her? Okay, I'm back from where you sent me. You asked me to take her to Baba Lola this morning. Now, look at her. After the court, the bleeding has refused to stop.
My daughter is now a woman. Yes, she's now a woman. It's bleeding. It is normal. It will soon stop. Only that she probably struggled too much during the cutting.
She hardly talk. Please let us take her to the hospital. Let us not leave her in this condition.
Hospital? Not yet. I'm sure that she will soon be fine. What are we going to say to them at the hospital? How do I explain that?
You will be the one to do the explanation. You asked me to take her to the hospital for circumcision, and I did. Now you are asking me to tell them the story. Of course you will be the one to do the story yourself. The message you sent me and the result I brought.
What have we done? What have we done? See, let me quickly rush to Baba Lola to find out what happened. I will be back.
Not until you take my daughter to the hospital. You want that old man to complete his job of slaughtering my daughter. That will be over my dead body.
I have told you, woman. Look, circumcision is not a crime. It is part of our culture. Our forefathers did this to little girls to control their sexual urge and prepare them for faithful relationships with their husband. I don't know how this results to slaughtering. It is normally painful when it is newly done. In a matter of days, she will be fine. Aduni will be fine.
In a matter of time,
yes.
What did you say?
Yes.
I am not waiting any minute longer. Now, pick that girl up and take her to the hospital. I will not allow your ignorance and barbaric culture to kill my child.
Ignorance? Barbaric? Were you not circumcised?
Yes, I was caught, but I survived the torture because I was lucky. If my parents were educated and enlightened then, I am very sure they wouldn't have allowed their daughter to pass through the trauma. Now, pick that girl up and let us take her to the hospital.
That was how Babalula ruined my life. With his obnoxious culture. My parents regretted it though, but the harm had been done.
Alright dear. Now I understand better. But you must not continue to lament over the past. We need to find solution. I mean, let's seek medical help.
Can we ever find a solution? D, I love you, and I know you love me too.
I love you so dear. You know this. But we must find solution as soon as possible. We may need to see psychologists or relationship counselors.
You teach me, and I follow you.
Very simple. I lead, and you follow.
But can we find a remedy to a permanent scar like mine? I doubt.
Yes. We need to work together on this. As soon as I come back from my trip, I may need to be in Abuja for 2 weeks. But, you know, I want to sort out some plans with my expatriates.
My dear, it's so great to see you after a stressful day at work.
Even nice to see you too. You're welcome. It's not so stressful.
Not too stressful, but again, what are we going to do? My mother suggested that I must consider my uncle's request and get circumcised before our marriage.
My love, my position on that still remains the same. No one will touch you before our marriage, and you will deliver this our baby despite your uncle's threat.
I have my fears, but my uncle's threat can never be ignored though. He believes so much in tradition.
It's tradition, Chichi. It's tradition. You will soon be my wife. I will not allow anybody to carry out mutilation of your body, all in the name of circumcision.
You remember that my uncle suggested that circumcision before our marriage.
I also insist no one's there to touch you. See, let us go and seek medical advice first. Let us go to the nearest hospital here.
My mother suggested that too. But my uncles must not know that I'm carrying your child. It will kill me. It was by Sherlock, or shall I say by divine glory, that I escaped being circumcised. Each time they tried to circumcise me, I fainted. Out of fear, my father asked them to leave me alone.
But thank God you're not eventually caught. Why has your uncle decided to reverse your father's decision?
That is a proof of his backward thinking. All we have to do now is get our marital plan done.
Leave that to me. I have told you. Leave that to me. No one will touch you. But in the meanwhile, let us go and see Mama. You and I, she must have a story to tell us.
Is this actually you? Or am I dreaming?
Come on, it's actually. How are you?
I'm fine.
You look so beautiful. Oh.
Baby, you look so cute too. Where have you been all these years?
Well, you know I stay in Botako for many years, but I just moved to Lagos 3 months ago. Please, I'm running late for a meeting. Can I take you out for us? Let me have a ride. We have the whole lot.
Yes, sure. I would love that too. Let me go.
Alright, I'll give you a call. Today, I'll give you a call. Alright, take care of yourself.
I am not just your uncle. I am your father now. And I have told you times without number. No woman in our family goes into marriage without circumcision.
My father knew my plight before he died, and that is why they did not cut me. My daughter's soul and body rejected his ritual. She fainted more than 4 times, and that is why the old man could not cut her.
the day he tried to. Chinenye, my daughter almost died, and that's why her father said they should leave her alone.
If her papa said they should leave her alone, why are we now bringing back the issue of circumcising a grown-up child like Chinenye?
My son, you will not understand. My brother, her father, wanted to avoid problem as at that time. He never said Chinenye will not be circumcised. I am sure you have such traditions in your community.
Uncle, we did, but that was in the past. But now, most of our parents are now educated and enlightened. I won't allow her to be circumcised.
They are educated people here too, but some of them have refused to change. They just want to put our girls into this trauma.
We also heard on many occasions that this so-called circumcision has no gain.
An uncircumcised woman brings only evil to her home and her marriage. If such woman conceives, she either loses her life or the baby during childbirth.
Nothing will happen to my Chinenye. Nothing will happen. She is already carrying my baby.
Who is your wife? Who is carrying your baby? Okay, na fieba. Chinenye is carrying your baby already. So get it whenever. Oh, so that is your plan, eh? You must have planned that with Chinenye's mother here, not so? So you all plan to impregnate our daughter out of wedlock, eh?
Please, don't drag my name into this. I know nothing of such. Let your daughter and her husband explain it to you.
Her husband? Did he? Who? Chinenye herself. Who gave your daughter's hand in marriage to this man? Now you are calling him a husband. But not working him already now. So bad draw. And you, a man is yet to know your family, and you sheepishly open your legs for him to plant the baby inside of you. Where?
Leave that to me, uncle. Leave that. Let the blame be not upon me, not of Mama or Chinenye. I am ready to do the needful. I am ready to get all what that is needed to be recognized as a husband.
Very good. My son, one of the things you should do, one of the things you must do, is to allow her to get circumcised.
Man.
No marriage ceremony without circumcision.
Man, that is where the problem is. I can't allow any blade to touch her.
Then you are not prepared to get married into this family. I repeat, no one will give her daughter's hand in marriage. You are not. Please,
let us settle this amicably. Our daughter is carrying his child, and let us mind our present condition.
Martine, why didn't you advise him to be true with the marital rights before impregnating this one here? Eh? Why? Okay, now it has turned to Mazin Dubisi. No problem. Go ahead. Fix dates. Give your daughter to whoever you want to. But I, Mazin Dubisi, I will not be a part of this. Come on.
You are both welcome. Please let me know your company.
Thank you. My wife here is 4 months old. We didn't know until 3 weeks ago when we discovered. We planned to visit our parents to plan the wedding, but they insist she must be circumcised.
Your wife is an adult and she's expecting a baby. Yet our people want her to be circumcised?
Yes, matron. They even said I shouldn't wait till my child is being delivered before I get circumcised. That an uncircumcised woman may die during childbirth.
Does that sound reasonable to you? That is totally wrong and unacceptable. There is nothing medically good about female circumcision. Haven't you heard about the ban on female genital mutilation? Governments in most states of the Federation have asked parents to stop the act. It is a crime against female gender.
Chini and I know about this, but our people do not understand. They claim it is their right to cut their daughters. They refuse to give her hand in marriage.
Now listen to me. There is nothing medically good about female circumcision. If you don't mind, you can ask any of your mother-in-law or any of your family to come for medical advice.
I can persuade my mother, but certainly not my uncle.
Mazi will be the last person to come here. He holds firm to that practice, that female circumcision should be a cultural practice.
Then perhaps if his mountain will not come to us, to our Mohammed, we will arrange to see him. There is nothing cultural about female circumcision. It is against women folk, a violation of human rights. People only indulge in it out of ignorance. The claim is stop the women to sleep around. But that is a great misconception. The truth is that circumcised women are more likely to be frigid and therefore difficult to please. That is why many of them search for more partners to satisfy the urge.
Ma, is it true that women like me who escape circumcision may lose the baby or have problems during childbirth because my uncle told me that such women can die or lose the baby?
That is not true, my dear. In fact, it is an act of circumcision itself that exposes women to danger. Most times, it is done in an unhygienic condition, leading to excessive bleeding or total damage of the female organ. Sometimes too, the entire clitoris, which enable the women to enjoy her sexual life, is partially or totally removed. So you can say that the whole exercise is too difficult for the women.
I also learned that some women find it difficult to urinate, while some suffer several health issues.
That is true. In addition to that, most women who are circumcised usually complain of pains during sex or complications during childbirth. That are some of the problems associated with female circumcision.
Matron, please help us. Can we still go on with our marital plans without circumcision?
Madam, you have every right to go on with your plans. Don't let your people confuse you.
But her uncle said no one will partake in the wedding except she circumcised.
Now, in addition to the counsel I give you, I advise you find time to come and see our medical director. I'm sure we have more advice for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
We are grateful.
I never had an idea I will meet you again.
Exactly how I felt after so many years. But here we are now.
Here we are. You know, after we left you, I traveled to Italy. But somehow I lost the contact I used to have. Who yours?
Now, fate has brought us back together.
Yes, it has. Well, I can see you're married. So, who is the man and how many children do you have now?
I got married about 6 months ago to a wonderful guy, Adeleke Bangoshi. He is an accountant, very busy, and successful in business. He travels a lot.
This is wonderful. I'm happy for you. And at the same time, I'm jealous of you. The man. I'm very sure he's obviously very lucky to have you.
Yes, he is. And I consider myself lucky to have met him too. But, you know me well. We have some problems in my marriage, and it is becoming a daily matter. You know, and sexual problems. It is becoming serious.
The same provision. Such time would have been it and possibly relieve your pain.
So, G, the truth is, the wound healed, but the scar remains. I am taught time of marriage relieve it, but it is becoming worse.
How then does your husband take it? You explain to him, and what was his reaction?
He is not comfortable with it, and he is not taking it like the way he used to.
I still remember your small little days. I wish I were married to you. I understand your situation perfectly well. And truly take a nice husband to understand you better.
I do pity my husband more than I pity myself. I love him so much, and he loves me too. The sense for this problem.
I understand how you must be feeling. But the pain you are feeling when you leave love, how will you get right?
This has been the biggest problem in my marital life. It has been a major issue between me and my husband. Nature created us perfect, until we arrive this mortal shore, where human beings arrogate to themselves the power to change what God has created perfectly and to put scars in women like us.
Let this lamentation stop. The damage has been done already. But wipe your tears, my dear. Be cheerful. There is always a silver line at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you, my dear. How I wish my husband understands my plight as much as you do.
Not to me, my lord. It had been a wish to get married to you after completing university education. I would have made you so happy. And the plenty of people inflicted on you would have just wiped away.
I had expected that too, but it is obvious God has a different plan for us. I am trying to console myself with a great project.
What project is that?
I have joined the friend who runs an NGO to eradicate the barbaric against female circumcision.
Oh, that is great. As a victim of the act, I'm sure you will get that fight against it.
Yes, of course. My mission was to join the fight against the crime. As a victim, I wanted to be in the vanguard of the struggle for the eradication of female circumcision.
Yes, that is okay. This is where my expertise in medical would have been used to you. As a surgeon, you already have a dependable resource person, you know?
I really appreciate that, my dear. It appears that nation has positioned you to watch my back.
Now, let me know where I fit in your program. Alright. Well, I trust you. Wow. This is really, really nice. This is so nice. No doubt you will gain fulfillment in eradicating the crime against the female circumcision in our society.
Yes, Josie. My mission is to eradicate the cruel act against the girl child. We have been taking our campaign to many communities and federations, hoping to stop this barbaric act.
I wish you success in this campaign, and I promise I will always be there for you no matter what.
What did you tell your wife indeed? Are you not a man? Then, tell her that your mistress is not carrying your baby and you will love to marry her. Hope you understand now.
Roke, please stop it. I love my wife so dearly and I cannot do anything towards her. You see, we need to terminate this pregnancy. I will compensate you.
I love my wife, I love my wife. You love your wife. Yet, you claim your wife can't satisfy you in bed. And I've been filling the gap. Yet, you love your wife. Not so.
Don't ever talk about Aduni like that.
Yeah.
Don't ever. She's respectful and morally upright. Unlike you. She's just a victim of circumcision.
Hey, how lovely is a woman who can't feel the heart?
This is not just about my wife. It's about my business. It will affect my business with my partners in abroad. See, they find out that I'm cheating on my wife. It will affect me. It will put me in a bad spot.
Then divorce Aduni and marry me. After all, she hasn't gotten any child for you yet. And I doubt if she would ever.
God forbid. Never.
Hey.
I will never do that to my wife. This is the greatest mistake I've ever done.
Wow. Then be ready to lose your business contact that I have procured for you, because I am not ready to become a single mother. Fending for your family. The cards are on the table, and it is your choice to make. My baby, my apple, and my robust business plan. Your wife with a mutilated apple.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Oh my God.
Zuni, darling, I am sorry. I don't mean for this. I only wanted to enjoy sex just once. I wanted to be a man. Please, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Aduni, please say something. Hear or scream at your husband. But do not be silent like this. Do not keep on crying like this. Please.
Aduni, I know it must have hurt you. I am also a woman, and I know how I would feel if my husband had an affair. But you know, Aduni, you must let it out so you will feel more better. Feel better? Feel better, you say? How? The only way I will feel better is if I go back to when I was a child and Babalola reverses the barbaric act he committed on me. I did beat to death that day, but my ability to act as a wife to my husband died that day.
What do you mean by ability to act as a wife? You are a perfect woman, Aduni. We always emulate you with the neighborhood.
Yeah? Oh, Deleke did not tell you. Oh, I see. Let me clarify your confusion.
Aduni?
No, they need to know. You see, it is not my husband's fault that he looks for sex outside our marriage. I have always suspected him to be having an affair with another woman. You see, Chief, the truth is, my husband and I do not have sex because it is always painful to me.
What?
That is impossible. Oh, it is possible, ma. In fact, that is our reality. The circumcision I went through as a child affected me so much that I do not enjoy the pleasure of having sex like every other woman does.
Deleke, have you and your wife consult medical advice for this?
No, sir. But we had plans to. For our busy sharing with our wives.
Well, I also have a confession to make. I have also been seeing an old friend of mine.
What?
I ran into him a while ago and things got out of hand from there.
What? You mean you be cheating on me? How dare you?
Deleke, calm down.
Calm down.
Sit.
He is an old friend of mine. He understands my predicament. He gives me a shoulder to cry on.
But does that give you enough reason to cheat on me?
What was your own excuse to cheat on me? You didn't only cheat on me. You got someone pregnant.
This is getting out of hand. I need to ask you a question. First, do you still love each other? And do you still want to save your marriage? Think carefully before you give me an answer.
Yes. I still love her. I want to save our marriage.
Yes, sir. I will save my marriage. Only if my husband tries to understand me.
That's good. First, you must see a doctor. And you also need to see a family psychologist.